Hi everyone, my name is Dr. David Kulla. I'm here to talk about the psoas muscle. The psoas muscle is so important and so unique that we've got several videos on this one muscle, okay? So first off, the psoas muscle is, you have one on both sides of the body and they're made of slow and fast twitching muscles. Because they're major flexors, weak psoas muscles can cause many of the surrounding muscles to compensate and become overused. That is why a tight or overstretched psoas muscle could be the cause of much of your aches and pains, believe it or not, including low back and pelvic pain. And unfortunately, many health experts don't understand the complexity of the psoas muscle. It's not uncommon for people to be given the wrong diagnosis or treatments for their psoas-related pain. So let's get right into the psoas. The types of movement that can strain your psoas muscles include standing, twisting from your waist without moving your feet, or extending the leg back, hyperextending it back, like a ballet-style leg lift. Even doing many sit-ups can aggravate it. Your psoas muscles complete the last half of a sit-up. Psoas also flexes you forward when you bend over to pick something up from the floor. It's a trunk stabilizer and a spine stabilizer during movement and also sitting. Now, these muscles are the deepest muscles in your core. They attach from the 12th thoracic vertebra to your 5th or bottom lumbar vertebra through your pelvis, and then they finally attach to your femurs or your leg bone. They are the only muscle that connects your spine to your hips and legs. Your muscle, psoas muscle, also is a hip flexor, allowing you to bend your hips and legs forward to your chest, or even just to climb stairs. They also help move your leg forward when you're running or walking. So you can see, very important muscle here. The psoas muscle supports your internal organs as well, and they work like a hydraulic pump, allowing blood and lymph to be pushed in and out of your cells. They are vital not only to your structural well-being, but also your psychological well-being because of their connection to the breath. And we'll get right into that right now. So here's why. There are two tendons that extend from the diaphragm called the crura, and they connect to the spine alongside the psoas muscle attachment. One of the ligaments, the medial arcuate, wraps around the top of the psoas muscle. So the diaphragm and the psoas muscles are connected through fascia that also connects the other hip muscles. Now, these connections between the psoas muscle and the diaphragm literally connect your ability to walk and breathe, and how you respond when you're startled or under stress. Your psoas contracts. So your psoas has a direct influence in your fight or flight response. So during periods of continued chronic stress, your psoas is constantly contracted. The same contraction occurs when you sit for long periods of time, like in front of your computer, or engage in excessive running or walking. Sleeping in a fetal position can also aggravate it, or if you do a lot of sit-ups. Now, these activities tend to shorten your psoas muscle. Most people stretch their psoas if you have pain in the front of your hip joint, for example. In fact, depending on your situation, stretching your psoas may actually do more harm than good. The key is to know whether or not your psoas is short and tight, or in need of stretching, or if it's weak and overstretched and in need of strengthening. So when you have a tight psoas muscle, you may experience pain in your lower back, or even in your hips, or even down your legs, especially when lifting your legs. Now, this is caused by the muscle compressing the discs in the lumbar spine region of your spine, because the psoas contracts and it compresses those discs. While most people with psoas issues have tight psoas muscles, there are some people whose psoas muscles can be overstretched or weak. In this case, if you stretch your psoas and it's already overstretched, you're going to cause more problems, that's all. So make sure you check out my video, the 7 best ways to tell if you have a psoas imbalance. Now, here are 2 of my favorite psoas stretches and 2 of my favorite strengthening exercises for the psoas. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think of these exercises and stretches. Thanks for tuning in.
Start position is same as that used in the mountain climber exercise, except the forward foot is flat on the floor and the rearward leg is fully extended as per the starting position for a sprinter. Keeping the thigh of the forward leg tucked tightly into the trunk, commence the movement by twisting the trunk and head sideways to look upwards and at the same time raise a straightened arm upwards with the fingers pointing to the sky. Ensure to keep the arm and neck aligned in the same plane across the shoulders throughout the movement. Hold for 15 seconds and repeat for the other side. Sit. Place an exercise band over your thighs and hold the band against the chair. Tighten your pelvic floor muscles and gently pull your lower stomach in. Lift both knees. 4-point kneeling. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees off the floor and hold. Lengthen the spine. Lift one hand. Keep the spine and pelvis in a neutral position. Repeat with the other arm. Lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Tighten your abdominal muscles. Slowly slide one leg down to lie straight on the floor. Keep your core muscles activated whilst you slide the same leg back up to the starting position. Do this slowly and make sure your knee continues to pointing straight up to the ceiling throughout the exercise. Ensure you keep your trunk and pelvis still and do not allow your lower back to arch as you repeat this movement.